I want to give my condolences to the Goodwin family. I I'm not sure if what's his name. Let me see. I don't want to. Let me see. Where is his name? I think it's a Goodwin family or Godwin family. Well, the family of the victim, I want to give my condolences to because Godwin, I was right. Robert Godwin. Yeah, Robert Godwin. Um, I want to give my condolences because this never had to happen in the first place. It never had to happen. This guy who had problems with a woman named Joy Lane, he had problems with his mom, not believing him or whatever the case may be. You know, if you wanted to just blame people, you know, if you wanted to just blame people, that's one thing, okay? But going out killing an innocent man because of messed up situations in your life is something totally different. You did not have to go out there and kill this old man, you know, because of whatever that was going on with you. You could have just ended your life. Now, I'm not condoning, people committing suicide, but blaming others for your mess ups or whatever the case, your situations, your issues in your life, while you talking about you killed 13, the guy said he killed 13 people. And it was only one case of one person who was an old guy. That dude, that old man did not have to die. He did not have to die. But, listen, the guy is good. He's gone. Steve Stevens, he rode, he was in Ohio, then he went to Pennsylvania, and, I'm pretty sure he slept in his car. Then he got on pursuit by the police, and, he stopped somewhere and he shot himself. So, this is the end of him. I'm going to read some of this here, just for a little bit. I'm just going to read some of it. It's a lot to cover here, but I'm just going to read just a little bit here and let you know what's going on briefly. Steve Stevens, the so-called Facebook killer who sparked a multi-state manhunt after he brazenly gunned down a Cleveland man at random, killed himself Tuesday morning in Erie County as cops closed in, authorities said. Stevens was spotted in a McDonald's parking lot just after 11 a.m. by a member of the public who quickly contacted Pennsylvania State Police officers, attempted a traffic stop, and after a brief pursuit, Steffens pulled over. As authorities approached his car, Steffens shot and killed himself. A cowardly way to go. Cowardly way to go. You know what I'm saying? Because there were so many questions that needed answers. But instead of being taken in and maybe possibly getting some help, instead he just, as soon as authorities was coming to the car, he just shot himself. You're a coward. You know what? I hope he burns in hell for all eternity, because of what you did to that old man did not need to be done. Okay? If you was just going to kill yourself anyway, it did not have to happen. You talking about he killed 13 people when it was only one person. There was only a case of one person. Whatever. Okay, so let me read some more here. We have closure in regards to the search for Steve Stevens. Mayor Frank Jackson said during the Tuesday afternoon news conference in Cleveland. Stevens was driving a white Ford Fusion, a picture of which has been circulated by police when he was discovered. Cleveland Police Chief Calvin Williams said officials knew of no ties Stevens had to the Erie County area. He was just fleeing. He was just trying to get away because he knew everybody in Cleveland was going to hunt his ass down. So he went to another state. That's all that was. But they were continuing to investigate. It was not believed that Stevens killed anyone else during his nearly 48 hours on the run, FBI Special Agent in charge Steve Anthony said. Stevens' cell phone had reportedly pinged in Erie, PA on Sunday. However, a search of the area at that time failed to unearth him, and officials said the report appeared unfounded. Yet, federal officials were back combing through the area again on Tuesday when Stevens killed himself. We are grateful this has ended, Williams said. Stevens' mom, Maggie Green, told Fox News on Tuesday she heard the news of her son's death on the radio. She said she believed he would commit suicide because he visited her house before the murder to say goodbye. Mom, this will be the last time you see me. I just want to see you for the last time, Green said that Stevens told her. Green said Stevens had an issue with gambling. Steve was a good Christian. He just snapped. He had a gambling problem, she said. There's more to this. Matter of fact, I might as well just read the rest. At the press conference earlier this morning, Cleveland said that they did not know where Stevens was. Stevens, 37, shot and killed Robert Godwin, seemingly at random on Sunday, recording the encounter on his phone and uploading the horrific video to Facebook. Godwin's family said he had no connection to Stevens or a woman Stevens mentioned during the incident. Cleveland police on Monday advised residents of Pennsylvania, Michigan, Indiana, and New York that Stevens could be in those states, and the manhunt for Stevens soon expanded nationwide. Erie County, PA is about 100 miles northeast of Cleveland. Listen, I'm just glad that this guy here, absolutely pathetic. I'm just glad that he's dead. And this thing is done. And you know what? We don't need to hear about anything like this anymore, but the way this country is and how easy it is to get a gun nowadays, we don't know. You know, there could be another story like this later on down the line. It's pathetic. It really is. All right, so before I end this video, I'm going to just click play here on this guy here talking. I think it's like a 5-minute video. For those who haven't seen what he said and all, I'm just going to click this video and then I'm going to be done talking and we can end this story and move on. He's dead, people. And for those of you that still thinking that this is a hoax or whatever the case may be, you know, I think that you people are delusional. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know why you wouldn't take something like this seriously. When the family have took it seriously, when the police chief took it seriously, they have news people all around covering this story when they take it seriously, but you don't take it seriously because you think it's a hoax. There's something really wrong with you people, and I'm sorry. And that's all I got to say about that. I'm going to play this video and then I'm done. We are going to stop talking about this. The guy is dead, and that is all that we need to know. So let me play this right quick, and if it plays, let me see if it's going to play. Okay, come on. Let's see if it plays. Okay, are you gonna play? Yeah, I know this thing's gonna play. I don't know. I'm trying to get it to play, but it don't want to play.
Fox News Alert is just getting in news that the so-called Facebook killer has shot and killed himself. Peter Juicy is live outside City Hall in Cleveland. Peter, wow.
Jenna, we know that this is a really quick break in the story because just 2 hours and change ago at a press conference with officials from the Cleveland Police Department, the FBI, the ATF, the U.S. Marshals Service, they really were saying that investigators had no idea where this suspect was. They said they didn't know if he was in Cleveland. They had no reason to really believe that he had left Cleveland. But at one point I asked the gathered officials if these license plate readers that law enforcement officials will use in situations like this, in manhunts where they are specifically looking for one vehicle, if they had gotten any hits on this suspect's 2016 white Ford Fusion. And they all looked at each other, the members of the different agencies, and shrugged, and they said they had not. They still didn't know if he was by himself or if he was getting help from anybody, but they did believe that he had at least one weapon, the pistol that is seen in that Facebook video where this suspect, Steve Stevens, just approaches someone on the sidewalk and appears to kill them. This helpless senior citizen who was picking up aluminum cans on the sidewalk, that murder scene was the last known location of Steve Stevens until this word came in from the Erie Police Department. It appears that somebody in their agency, in one of their law enforcement agencies in Erie, Pennsylvania, spotted the car today, was pursuing the suspect, but then he stopped somewhere in Erie and killed himself. We don't know, again, still, if he was by himself in the car, but they very quickly called a press conference that is back inside, same spot that they were 2 hours ago, and they had no idea what was going on. And we do expect to get a full readout of everything that law enforcement officials know at this point. But it's obviously a lot more than they knew just when they woke up this morning, and we were all wondering what the latest was, and they didn't have anything to tell us.
Well, interesting turn of events. The Pennsylvania State Police confirming the Facebook killer and all the details that you've reported, Peter, to us. They confirmed them on their Facebook page. That'll be an interesting thing to talk about in the future, about the way that the social media has woven itself into this big story. Peter, thank you very much. Back to you in Cleveland as we await the presser there, and we'll be right back with more happening now.
All right, y'all, just to bear them out. Peace.